Welcome back to another video, everyone. I'm Amy. In this video, I'm going to help you to stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you quickly and for good. So this was a big search result on YouTube. I typed in how to stop, and worrying about what other people are thinking about me was one of the first things that came up. So let me ask you this. Is it possible that the very same people that you're worried about what they're thinking about you are also searching and worrying about what other people are thinking about them? Is that possible? Well, yes. Let's just think about it. Most of the time, everyone's just thinking about themselves. Check in with your own thoughts during the day. How much time are you spending checking and counting and noting all of your opinions about other people? This person's this and that person's that. This person's terrible. Or most of the time, are you just thinking about yourself? Most of the time, everyone is just thinking about themselves and their lives and their emotions and feelings. Right? So the first step in stopping worrying about what other people are thinking about you is realizing that most of the time, like 99.9999% of the time, they're not thinking about you at all. And even if they are, well, let's look at those moments that you do have a negative thought about someone come into your mind. Even in those moments, you're still thinking about yourself. If someone's triggering you, that's because they're reminding you about some inadequacy or feeling of worthlessness or negative feeling or thought that you have about yourself, and you don't want to feel that and you don't want to think that. So instead, we're going to project it onto that other person. Most of the time, we're not thinking about anyone else at all other than ourselves, and even if we are thinking about someone else, we're still thinking about ourselves. Is this registering yet? When you have a negative thought about someone, a negative opinion, examine that. Are you having that negative thought in order to make that person feel badly about themselves? Or, let's be honest, are you having that negative thought to prevent you from feeling badly about yourself, to cover that up? Let's look at an example. What about someone who's successful and doing really, really well? And if we're honest, we kind of feel jealousy. Why can't I have that in my life? Well, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel inadequate about myself in my life. So instead, I'm going to make up some reasons to feel badly about that person, to bring them down, and then I feel better about myself too. What about the people who we are triggered by, and they haven't even done anything at all? Just in their presence, we feel triggered. I don't know why, I just don't like this person, so now I better think of some reasons to justify my negative feeling that I have about them, which is still really the negative feeling I have about myself. We're funny, aren't we? The second point, how to stop worrying about what other people are thinking about us. Well, let's ask ourselves, why do we need them to think well about us? Why do I need to have that control about other people's opinions of me? Why do I need to have a checklist of how this person thinks about me and that person thinks about me, and have it under a sense of management that, okay, all is well in the world because these people all think well of me? Why do we need it? Well, if we take a look, we need other people to think well about us. This gives us permission to then think well about ourselves. Do we need that permission to think well of ourselves, to have good feelings and thoughts about ourselves? Why do we need other people to have them first? Let's look at it another way. Let's say you're going about your life and in your mind, you feel pretty good about yourself. Everyone that you're aware of has good opinions of you. All is well within me, within myself and my little world. I feel good about myself. Little do I know that actually someone is having negative thoughts about myself. Someone is having a negative opinion about me. But I don't even know about it. Meanwhile, I'm just feeling good about myself because I don't know that they have a bad opinion of me. So, is how I feel about myself dependent on other people? Well, no. Because if I didn't know that person had a bad thought about me, I'll feel completely fine. Then all of a sudden we realize they have a negative opinion about us, and then it completely throws everything up in the air, tears down my good opinion of myself, and now I must feel terrible about myself because of that one person. How about if 9,900,000 people all felt that we were wonderful. Bowed down, worshippers, we're great. We're amazing. We're good people. We have the good opinion of almost 1 million people. Is that going to be enough for you? Or are you going to be thinking about that one person who might think badly of you? Almost 1 million people think you're amazing. Why do we care about the one person who doesn't have a good opinion of us? Do we really need to win over 100% of the world before we give ourselves permission to feel good about ourselves? Do we? Or can we skip the middleman and just say, hey, I don't need this. I can feel good about myself already. I don't need their permission. Look at all the successful people who are doing really well with their lives. And maybe perhaps a lot of people genuinely hate their guts. Maybe the media is writing terrible things about them every single day, but they don't care. All is well. They're living successful, happy lives because they don't care. We absolutely do not need someone else's good opinion in order to have permission to feel good about ourselves. Let it go. Skip the middleman. Let's just feel good about ourselves already. I don't need it. And finally, the third part is people are fickle. I know that I am, and my opinion of people changes all the time. Does yours? Have you ever met someone you thought was great and then all of a sudden you changed your mind about them? Or on the flip side, you met someone that you hated and then got to know them and thought, actually, I was wrong. They're really, really nice. Can we even depend on other people's opinion of ourselves at all? It changes all the time. People are so fickle. I realized this and it took a big weight off my shoulders. Worst case scenario, this person hates my guts. It could all turn in an instant. People's minds are very, very changeable. Even if they hate you, doesn't mean anything at all. It could change. So, even if you had a good opinion, you wouldn't necessarily keep it. So the bottom line, how to stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you is 3 steps. 1, they're not thinking about you most of the time, the great majority of the time, and even if they are thinking about you, they're still thinking about themselves. 2, you don't need their good opinion of you. And 3, even if you had it, you'd still lose it. I hope that you found this video beneficial. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making regular videos like this to help empower you to live the life that you truly deserve. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Lots of love.